slow at the very beginning to figure out those habits, and it really is starting to align here. As we get into the land of Dawn here, the next potential team to be joining us at the M5 World Championship starts now here at the Wildcard. Welcome everybody to game number 1. It's Lilgun from Mongolia up against Nightmare Esports from Laos.
Oof. The highlight matchup right here definitely is the Joy and the Guinevere. Who's going to clear faster and who's going to have more impact, because the backline of Team Lilgun is vulnerable, but will Lexi even have a chance to go in there? There is the Kaja as a counter, quote unquote, but if they're saving the Divine Judgment to try and stop this Joy, then how are they going to get the fights before that?
Well, let's find out as they go into their first engagement. At the very least, we're seeing that Nightmare Esports can recognize the danger that Team Lilgun actually presents. And I feel like, for the most part of it, which side of the map are they looking to play for if you are in Nightmare Esports' shoes?
The shoes of Nightmare Esports, I gotta say, it should be the gold lane. I mean, look at Cammy already going for the tenacity and the firmness. He knows he's gonna get under a lot of fire, but So out of nowhere, as we're analyzing, gets taken out. Trying to roam, but getting punished for it instead.
Even with the Purify, you know, like he used it. But unfortunately, this early damage from Team Lilgun is a little bit too much to handle right now. So again, first blood in their hands. We know that they like to play with momentum.
Let's see how much momentum they're able to generate off of this, right? It means that Soso's going to get slightly delayed. They hard shove the lane as well, and we're looking at the EXP, right? In terms of both sides, you know, both Forbidden as well Soso, basically the same. So technically Soso is only just giving away gold and not really losing too much in his own lane.
And in this EXP and matchup, it is brutal, man. A glue lane is so difficult to deal with. Of course, Juviana can clear the wave.
Back as we get back into the land of Dawn, let's see the quick updates here. I see level 4s, I see level 5s, and I see Sora instantly in the purple buff side.
And also, it looked like Turtle was secured earlier, so they're still going to be battling out here on this side of the jungle. ZX Sora going to be quite low. Juviana picking up a kill. They get the flicker out as well. Not sure if Aizen wants to commit to that. He will back off, so it's a 1-for-1. But Team Lilgun got that Turtle.
And they deny the purple buff away from Too Easy for Lexi. It's kind of, so that makes it kind of equal, I guess. But for Team Lilgun, getting the Turtle is definitely a win, considering they are up against a very strong, like mid-lane rotation-ish later on, especially after level 4. So sneaking that in is great, but now what can they do with that lead, right? Are they going to try and get into the gold lane, go for a pick-off? Because the Divine Judgment in this early stage, without enough damage, it's not exactly a death sentence when you get hit by it.
Updates on what exactly has been going on here. Get the Grand Prix command. Okay, so first turtle is already done. The next turtle is coming up in about 6 seconds, but now the dive.
They're going to jump in. They get the flicker out. That might be all they're able to accomplish. But Team Lilgun might be happy with that. Turtle now spawns.
Well, now there won't be a flicker available for Cammy if he goes into this fight. So in a way, they kind of denied Nightmare Esports any real fighting chance. Now, Zora just keep looking for more things in the jungle here. With this Guinevere, you're just so safe. You can just be so risky because you know you have an easy way out. It's a double dash.
Yeah, but we're already past the 4 minutes and we're seeing the lane swap actually happen for the side of Nightmare. Juviana has to hold.
Oh! There's the pull, Divine Judgment, and the spatial migration. Juviana's going to be out of here. And they're happy with another pick-off, slow and steady for Team Lilgun.
Whew, that was quick, man. That is the decisiveness of Team Lilgun. But Nightmare Esports, Lexi just goes for a trade right there. Small victories, silver linings. But Team Lilgun is the one just controlling the pace right here. And now moving in together into the opposing team's jungle. We'll see if Nightmare Esports can get them out.
For how long though, right? You're looking for like trade backs. Okay, you lose your buff, you take one small camp. Sure, that's totally fine. But Too Easy for Lexi is going to be taking up so much more because he's spending so much more time on the bottom side of the map. And let's not forget, at the end of the day, if Bebex ends up dying on this bottom side,
oh no, the damage is going to be there. Good pickup there for Too Easy for Lexi. Decisive moment, but now on the bottom side, Ethan could be in trouble. He might get sandwiched in. You have Forbid trying to help him out, but he's going to get caught. The I'm Offended comes through, and another pickup for Nightmare Esports.
Oof, what a disaster there. That's just not the way to go. Just like that, they lost a bit of an advantage. They even lost a turret in the bottom side. Nightmare Esports striking back at the right time, showing that they can make things happen if they do get the window of opportunity.
I mean, that window is if that Divine Judgment is down. As soon as it's on cooldown, expect Nightmare to start making money moves across the map. But keep in mind, Ethan does have it up now. The real question is whether Team Lilgun is going to find that opportunity or force the opportunity from Nightmare.
Yeah, and again, as they get in position here, this is a great kind of back and forth so far for the early game right now. For this third turtle, I feel like Nightmare Esports is in a position to contest it as long as they don't lose someone before the actual dance starts up. But they're going to fight it out in the mid lane, looking for another one. Jasmine will be able to survive this split. Going to be committed. Aizen running them down.
Oh,
This might be a moment, though, for them to take it still. Soul trying to get away from there. Too easy for Lexi. Waiting patiently. He might try to do something sneaky. Spatial migration into the Requiem. Too easy for Lexi. Quite low, but he's going to be able to get away for now. Still looking for more. Tries to get the turtle. Cammy falls. Turtle secured by Zia. Oh, and Forbid lands the shot. Now Juviana on the hunt, trying to get some revenge. He will be able to get it. Forbid to fall there. It's a bloodbath everywhere on this side of the map. Ethan will be able to get away as well. Aizen still duking it out.
Man, a 2-for-2 trade in that particular fashion. Everything that could have gone wrong didn't actually go wrong this time, right? Nightmare dodged the initial engage, but still, Ethan is so proactive on the map, and it feels like everybody on the side of Team Lilgun are looking more refined today, especially for a game one.
and don't forget Aizen just zoning, especially one of the main damage tools in the early game. So on the Lilia in that whole engagement. Even after the split just wears off, he just stands there menacingly, and there's not a lot of things that Nightmare can do. When they're looking for a play, they get exposed though.
They're going to be walking a lot in the mid lane, all 5 of them. 4 of them being revealed, but they already know where Jaforzabin is going to be. I'm going to be switching between those two all day, every day. Get used to it, boys and girls. 53 more seconds until the Lord spawns.
That was me too, you know? The first time I casted a Nightmare Esports game, I was doing the same thing, right? But one thing's for sure here, both teams relatively at this point, yes, the 3 turtles are taken from Team Lilgun, but you can see, when they actually clash it out and battle it out, it could be a 50-50 at this point.
Here's an M-Series fact though. Grab
Grab.
is back. Glue is ranked 3rd in ban and pick rate last M4 World Championships, 98% in 102 games. That is insane, but now he's making maybe a bit of a comeback. We'll see if that happens. Look at Zora though.
Dixora gonna find the target. Jasmine gonna be in trouble under the turret. The rest of the team just has to sit there, but they're gonna initiate now. Juviana jumping in with the penalty zone. It's Aizen with a split. They're still gonna be going forward for more. Aizen giving the call. Ethan goes in with the flicker, lands it perfectly. Cammy's found, he falls. Still going at it. Dixora now gonna be the one in trouble. Too easy for Lexi, goes in, but Soso cleans up the kill. Bebex with the damage here on that. Bruno gets the flicker out, and they're still going. Too easy, can't get it this time. Bebex barely surviving, and they get the turret on top of it.
Oh my goodness, I thought he would die to the lethal ignition at the very least, especially since he had the electrifying beats, but still could not get it off in time. With considering everything that has happened, the most frustrating part has to go over to Jasmine, because he got clipped right at the edge because of the increased hitboxes from the Astral Echo.
There was an engage onto the roamer, and they still come out on top there. You have to commend Team Lilgun for their precise damage calculations, man, because they've phased out of there. It's almost like a fadeaway kill onto Jasmine initially, and afterwards just knowing exactly how much damage they have. And you have to commend Bebex as well for just having the guts to just stand there and trade blows. This is one of the things that really made him stand out as a marksman, as a gold laner. He doesn't really back away against assassins. He wants to go head to head.
Wow, Ethan.
Oof.
Looked like he wanted to possibly do that. Maybe if he had the flicker, he actually would have given that a go, but you know, using the conceal right now, they're just going to wait for that Lord to push down to the bottom side.
Yep, I mean, if they can drag this out for another 15 more seconds, he's going to have that flicker back up. And knowing how Ethan has been playing so far, I'm pretty sure that might even result into an inhibitor turret, because Nightmare Esports sure as hell ain't giving them mid-tier 1.
Was that KDA? 9? for
Nice.
Ethan. And the roam.
I mean, that means he gets a lot of kills, assists, but also means that he has a very low amount of deaths. He's the forefront of Team Lilgun here in engages, but when he goes in, he almost hasn't been punished for it just yet. We'll have to see if he can maintain this clean sheet.
No, now that I think about it, putting it all together, connecting all of the dots, if Ethan has a 9.0 KDA and Team SMG has 4 of that 5 in the top spot, when it comes down to like just KDA and overall damage, it begs the question what those numbers are.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Interesting, man.
For the most part, the harassment is just starting to get annoying here. Like Forbid, he isn't being annoyed a lot considering just the raw amount of peel as well as the deterrence that they hold on to for as long as possible to make sure that Nightmare Esports don't do anything funky.
And I do feel like Forbid kind of knows when to actually commit and give his life up for the greater good almost. Because earlier, I think we saw Lexi jump on him and he just stood there and traded damage back as if he's saying like, okay, you can take me, but you know, there's gonna be trade backs from my whole team. I got my squad with me. So in a 60-second waiting timer for the Lord, look at the items here. Already a Lightning Truncheon, a Enchanted Talisman, and a Divine Glaive built by Forbid. So that's a lot of burst damage already, even onto Juviana on the Terizla, who is going for a bit of a Radiant Armor here. In that matchup against the Glue, I guess that's the way to go. For carry, that's the real problem, man. Only 2 items built up. The third, probably a Demon Hunter Sword, not even, I guess it's halfway there. But the gold disparity compared to Bebex, man, that is insane. Even with the Rose Gold right now, more ways for him to just stick in there, dig in, and just trade blows with anybody.
Yeah, I mean, his feet are in the ground right now, and he is very comfortable. And considering the amount of resources being pushed into him, there's, again, that's why he's 4-1-1 right now. That's why he's level 14, keeping up with his jungler, who is just a level ahead. But on the opposite side, even still, I still think that a 50-50 around this Lord might be able to kind of break this game open.
And one thing that I will say that, again, we don't see Ruby often, but she's great at base defenses, right? Pulling something amazing off with the I'm Offended combination with the Flicker. But even so, I think it works better. There's a deficit that's clearly there. This is going to be a Lord going to the hands of Team Lilgun, and that's where I think Nightmare Esports, that's their best chances of staying in this game and possibly turning things around. Let Lilgun come to your base and try to pull something off, whether that's surviving the initial, you know, aggression with the spatial migration or whatever Ethan throws at them as well. Trying to keep alive there, trying to keep things going, because Cammy now just picking up the DHS, you're just getting to the point, right, where this carry is starting to be a threat. But the hardest part that we've seen so far is, again, the positioning like we pointed out earlier on.
And I think the one particular interaction I would love to see is if Jasmine can react in time to Ethan flickering Divine Judgment and look for the I'm Offended and flicker back into Yoink him.
You know what, he can even preemptively use the Dome of Wolf King, so he kind of has like, he has double the chances of doing that. Because even that small like mini stun is enough to really cancel out the whole flow of the engagement. It can really mess up Ethan's targeting in the whole pick-off attempt as well. So for now, Nightmare Esports don't really have the tankiness to send someone in the front lines as well. So like you mentioned, staying in the base, but still looking forward to try and get something. That is that poke damage though.
See how this Lord actually tries to crack open this base. I don't think they're going to get this inhibitor for now, but at the same time, we wait in anticipation. Come on. Where's that engage?
Jasmine has the immortality, but look at the spatial migration into the Requiem. Going to be able to find 2 targets. Penalty zone not going to be enough as well. Jasmine still has the immortality, but they're going to lose the mid-base turret, top as well. And shortly after, if Lilguns want to, they can take the bottom here. It's a couple hits away. They wait for the minions.
They might just go for it.
Ethan gonna jump in, finds the target as Cammy finds the perfect one. Ethan's still gonna be alive, Soul falls as well. They're gonna go ahead and it's only 2 members of Nightmare Esports, and it will not be enough as Forbid gets another shot, and they take game number 1.
Woo! What a clean close coming in from Team Lilgun.